Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. This is Jennifer. Right off the bat, I want to say a happy day after your birthday to my very best friend, Jules68, Julia. She is one of my favorite people on the entire planet, and I don't get to see her enough, but 2023 has been a pretty good year for visits. So, anyway, I love you and I hope you had an amazing birthday. I have a feeling at the very least today's going to be a pretty good day. So, you can kind of see behind me that I've got some progress on my What We Do in the Shadows quilt. I went ahead and cut all of the connecting pieces for the design that I created so that I could kind of see where I was with the other pieces. Also, I'm using fabric completely from my stash. I'm not buying anything at all for this. So I pulled out everything in this shade of sort of a lavender color that I had in my stash. And I'm working my way through the blocks. So the Nadia you saw last week, and you also saw the Vampire Coffins. Colin Robinson's Glasses also posted on Friday. And then this one is coming. This is not for this week. You'll get this pattern in 2 weeks. And then I believe you get the bat on Friday. So I have a few more to make. My pattern testers have tested everything except for one pattern, and I expect to have it any minute now. So that means all of the patterns will be released by the end of October, which makes me really happy because this is a super Halloweeny quilt. Again, if you want any of these patterns, they're going to be on fandomandstitches.com. That's what I designed them for. Well, I'm going to design them for me, which is the #1 way to design things. If you're going to be a designer, is do it for yourself first. Much more satisfying that way. But also they will be on So Hooked because I put all of my own patterns on my own website, so you can find them in either place. A couple of fun things to share with you guys today. The first one I just have a picture of because this gal is already in progress. I bought myself a raggedy from shopgoodwill.com. She came from Arizona, and I bought her specifically because a ton of you guys have been asking me for more information about how I clean the dolls, specifically how I clean them. So I'm gonna do a tutorial video using this doll, and she's already in progress. I've already recorded parts of it. It's going to take me a little while because, recording slows down the whole process because you have to set up a camera and everything. But I am going to show you as much as I can for just the doll restoration part. I'm not going to show you making the clothes because that's a commercially available pattern. You can follow it. You can buy it and follow it. I have a couple different ones that I have accumulated, and that brings me to this part. So my dear friend Kat, Hard Hat Kat, who used to do Talk to Me Tuesday years ago, she was our Australian Talk to Me Tuesday, but she sadly doesn't do videos anymore because she has 4 kids and her hands are very full. She also is an engineer, so she's very, very busy. Anyway, she pointed me in the direction of the original 1940 McCall's pattern for Raggedy Ann and Andy. So very short history for anyone who wants to geek out over rag dolls with me is that the doll was invented in the very early 1900s. It was patented, it was trademarked. A toy company bought the right to make the dolls. And then until 1940, you could only buy the dolls that were already made by toy manufacturers. So in 1940, McCall's came out with this pattern, guys. This pattern. So this is the 1940 Raggedy Ann and Andy pattern. I really lucked out. I found it on Etsy. I had been poking around and people were selling uncut versions of this for $50 or $60. This one is cut, but it has all the pieces, and I paid $10 for it. And I'm delighted to have it as part of my collection because there's a little hood for Raggedy Ann. Also, her clothing is different. She has like a little ruffle here instead of having the rickrack like she has on the modern pattern. There are other differences as well, like differences in Andy's clothes are a little different. And anyway, so I'm very happy to have this as part of my collection. It's really charming. It still has the original face transfers. And I just want to show you just one pattern piece because they look a little bit different from our modern patterns. Yeah, so I love this. I hope to get to use it in a restoration at some point. This is specifically, I believe, a 19-inch doll, so that's a pretty specific size. So if I happen to have a 19-inch doll, which I need to measure the one that I'm working on now, she might be 19 inches. We'll see. So anyway, very excited about that pattern, and I'll stop geeking out about rag dolls now. The only other thing I wanted to share was this fabric that I ordered from Hip Stitch. Jules, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is exclusive to Hip Stitch in Albuquerque. I don't think you can get this anywhere else right now. This is called Love Me, Love Me Not, and it's really soft, nice, high quality printed fabric. I love these colors. There's your love. I specifically got this because when I made my picnic quilt, these kinds of colors, they're all gone. I used all of them. I used tons of that on the back of my quilt. I used up a lot of fat quarters, and then the coordinates are really pretty too. Love this giant dot, so fun. And I think we made it. Oh, no, there's more. We're still going. I thought I made it all the way around. But anyway, yeah, so these are gorgeous. It's called Love Me, Love Me Not. This is the fat quarter bundle, and I bought it from Hip Stitch. I think that's pretty much it for me. I've been alternating between working on my quilt, working on my Raggedy Ann tutorial that I'm gonna come out with at some point. I expect it's gonna be a couple of weeks because my eldest child is moving to a new apartment and I am helping to move. So that is taking up a good, not a lot of my time, but a fair bit of my time, because obviously I want to help my kiddo move. So, oh, by the way, thank you guys for subscribing. I did actually get a bump in my subscribers last week when I asked you to subscribe. So there you go. Thanks, algorithm. So anyway, you guys have a really wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Send Jules some love because it is her birthday week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.